Hi, you guys. I am the Runway Travelista, you guys, and we are back, you guys, with another great topic. And we just got through talking about peace and the role it plays in overall total wellness and well-being. But now we're going to talk about forgiveness. And I said, as the talk we had on that subject, we delved a little bit in forgiveness. I think that plays a huge role in coming to this subject now, which is forgiveness, choosing forgiveness. Okay, so it's the benefits of choosing forgiveness and its role in overall total wellness and well-being, you guys. Okay, this is big because I know a lot of people think about forgiveness as just, oh, okay, I forgive, I forgive something a wrong that somebody did. But forgiveness can be a lot of things, you guys. Forgiving ourselves, okay, for our past failures, okay, forgiving ourselves for mistakes that we made in the past, okay, forgiving other people that have harmed us or wronged us, okay. So it's a lot of things with this. So we're gonna delve right into this subject, you guys, and see how that it takes a toll on us when we don't walk in forgiveness, okay? When we don't forgive ourselves and where we don't show ourselves enough grace and show other people enough grace, the toll that it can play on our physical and mental health, okay? We talked about it. Mental wellness is not always about who's crazy, bipolar, schizophrenic. Some things that we're holding on to, you guys, can be a mental strain for us, okay, and cause different triggers and stressors, okay. Also causing that physical ailment where we get sick. People literally can get physically sick by holding on to unforgiveness, you guys. So we're going to delve right into this thing, okay, you guys. And it says forgiveness is a powerful act that has profound implications for our overall wellness and well-being. Though often misunderstood as a sign of weakness or submission, okay? Because what is it that when it says we forgive, some people forgive easy. I have been one of those people, you guys, that forgave. And sometimes I didn't hold on forgiving, okay? And it a lot of people, it's a sign of weakness, okay? But actually forgiving others and forgiving ourselves and having that grace and showing that grace is actually a sign of strength, okay? So anybody out there that thinks that, okay, because you forgive, you easily, okay, and it comes easier for you, don't look at that as a bad thing, okay? Look at that as a sign of strength and not weakness, okay? So it says forgiveness is a conscious and courageous decision to release feelings of resentment, anger, or the desire for revenge against someone who has wronged us, okay? So let me give you an example of that. I like to use marriage because it's just an easy analogy. If you got two people, say you got into an argument, okay? And the one person, like you're quick to forgive, okay? But the other person may stay in that, they may want to stay mad for a while, okay? They go longer. So this other person over here that has forgiven and, they already said, okay, I'm going to move on past this argument or fight. I'm going to move past that. And they're going to walk in forgiveness and be, they'll be able to go on, okay? Go on with their day, keep moving, and it won't hinder them or slow them down from moving forward. But what about the person that doesn't forgive and wants to stay angered and keep that resentment and they want to hold on to that? Okay, then what is that doing? Okay, then they're staying stagnant, okay, and they're acting out of emotion, okay, and so what does that in turn do? It causes stressors, okay, easily irritable and triggered, okay, until they come out of that, okay, and what do we say that those stresses do? It then in turns on our physical, okay, causing physical ailments like sickness and different things, and worry and anxiety and depression. Okay, so we really want to let go of the anger, you guys. Okay, that's very important, because and even with our own selves, you guys, we have to learn to forgive ourselves, because you know why? Sometimes when we feel like we're doing say we're setting out to do something and it might not be happening the way we want it right away, and then we get into just in acts of, just rebellion, where we just like, okay, well, I'm not even gonna forgive myself. I'm just gonna continue on, and so we don't even know that we're holding on to some of that on the inside of us that's triggering us in other areas. Okay, it doesn't even have to be a mindful thing, you guys. Sometimes we can just be holding that, we're bitter and we're mad with that we're not succeeding the way we want to. Maybe we're not going in the way that we want to, and things aren't happening the way we wanted to, and so we're not forgiving ourselves and moving past that anger and resentment, and we're staying in that, and it's affecting us, and then that's when those bad habits and different things can come up, you guys. Okay, so it says it doesn't mean forgetting the hurt. Okay, so you don't forget about the hurt or the wrongdoing. Okay, but we rather choose to free ourselves, okay, from the burden of negative emotions, and that's the ultimate goal we want to get to, you guys, is freeing ourselves. Okay, we talked about that in our other talks. Just positive thinking, and releasing negative thoughts. Okay. Choosing peace. Okay. These are intentional things that we do, okay, to free ourselves from a lot of the negative emotions, the negative, triggers, the negative things that we're doing to ourselves. Okay. The practice of forgiveness impacts us mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually. So again, there's that combination where it is the mind, body, spirit connection, and how it shows that all these things, that when we don't do them, when we don't choose or make the choice to do the right thing, that it can ail us in different areas of our life. Okay, making it a key factor in achieving overall well-being. Okay, number 1, it says emotional freedom. Okay, at its core, forgiveness offers emotional liberation. Okay, and we talk about that. We want to be liberated. We want to be free from a lot of these things that ail us. Okay, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, when we hold on to grudges or harbor resentment, we remain trapped in a cycle of negative emotions that can cloud our judgment and affect our mental health. So let me kind of delve into that just a little bit. Okay, so let me say this for myself. I've always been a person that I don't hold grudges. I'm easy to forgive. One thing about me, I forgive easily, and I don't like to hold on to grudges. Okay, I know what that does to myself. Okay. But let me say what the trigger is with that, okay, that I didn't know that was deep-seated and rooted in me, okay? Yeah, I was able to forgive people and continue on to accept their negative behavior towards me, okay? That's when it got to be a problem, and I got to see the real trigger. I was forgiving other people, okay, quickly, all right? But then I was holding on to on the inside, and I was angered because I was quickly forgiving and not setting boundaries, healthy boundaries. And then I was holding that anger inside of me. Okay, this is big for all my people that out there that, just really feel like, okay, we got a good heart, and we're, not harboring all these wrong, bad feelings that we think. But then what are we doing on the inside? What is that? How is that, if we're not having those healthy boundaries, how is that affecting us? Okay. So then we got deep rooted anger inside of us, okay, that we're not letting and releasing. Okay. And we're going to dip into this because this is a good subject, you guys. So stay tuned for part 2. As it comes, more and more is coming, but stay tuned, you guys. Okay.